Good morning. Good morning, JDM. Thank you, my friend. Good morning, everybody. It's another day. It's another day in paradise, baby. It's another day in paradise. Susanna Pena, Star, Meg Cherry, Paul Miranda, JDM. Get those heart me's in, everybody. Travis, good morning over there on the tubes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Manny being Manny. Marcus, thank you, Marcus. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday? Is it Thursday? It's Thursday. It is already Thursday. Yo. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, I got it all patched up here. Let's go. Let's go. KK, good morning. SM, good morning over there on the tubes. Paul Miranda, good morning to you. We got the TikTok balloons on the board this morning. Raja, hello, Raja. Good to see you, Raja. Official KK, hello, OJ Slimster. Michelle Burns, good morning to you. Remember, as you're coming in, everybody, tap that screen. Let's go. Tap that screen, share that live. Share, tap, share, tap. Same over there on the tubes. Jade, good morning. Powder, good morning. Thank you, my Powder. Official KK, thank you. Tommy Bautista, Kevin Curtis to the moon. Thank you for the heartbeats, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the donations. I appreciate it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mr. Dave over there on the tubes. What's up, Mr. Dave? Sahira, good morning to you. Human, good morning to you. That rhymes with Newman. Lino, good morning, my Lino. User with the heartbeat and the goats. NLLS, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Boba the Orange Tabby, good morning to you. Landon, good morning to you. Mr. Dave over there with the $2.99 super chat. Yes. Edgar, let's go. We are at 6,000 likes. As soon as we hit 10,000, we are going to get started here. We always start with Miss Market, the spy. She runs the show. S-Land, good morning. Boba, good morning. Good morning. Marcus with the donut. Yes, the donut. I love me some donuts, everybody. Shark with the follow. Brandon, hello. Indicators. We have no indicators. There are no indicators on the chart, King Doug. None, zero, zilch, nada. We don't use indicators here. Boom, 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 boom. We are the indicator, right? Kaya, good morning, my dear. We are the indicator. You're right, Lino. We are the indicator. All right, here we go, everybody. Good morning. My name is Voss. Hope you all are doing well. All we ask you to do is share the live, donate if you can. Tap that screen on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever you're coming in from. We are here to help you as best as we can. Facial blaster with the hand heart. Davion, good morning. Thank you, my friend. Remember, before we get started, our VIP is open. Tonight, we have live VIP training at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where you will learn more in that 1 hour than you have your entire trading career thus far. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Get over there and start learning how to trade with us. We will teach you. Miss Market, here we go. On the daily, we're starting to get a little too far away from that 8 now. Okay, we're starting to get a little too far from the 8. Okay, we're going to come back to the 8. Boop. We're going to come back to the 8. So be prepared for that. Yesterday, we were in that neutral state, gap up to 3. We pulled back just like we said we would. Same boat here today with the whip zone. Remember, 70% of all new highs will fail, and they did again yesterday. Here we go, 634.43. We are in position 1 in a neutral state here on Miss Market. Sue Felicia with the balloons. Woo! Am I looking long? I'm not looking long. I'm looking for a move back to the downside here today, folks. We are just too far from that 8 on the daily, okay? All roads. We know where all roads lead to, and you know where they're going to lead to. So I'm not looking for anything long. But Voss, oh my God, the Miss Market. It's just the market cycle, folks. The market goes up, the market goes down, and the market goes sideways. That's what we know. We're due to come down again, all my beautiful traders out there, okay? So what we're looking for, what I'm looking for here, is I got 2 levels back to the downside. First one, 634.15, top of the whip zone. Second one is 633. Mark that down. 633, everybody, okay? 633, and then 632.38 and 631.80. We want the pullback. You want the pullback, okay? That is what we want, everybody. All right, here we go. We're going to head over now to AMD. Any symbols you want to see, just put them in the chat, and we will go over all of that for you here this morning. Davey with the popular, yo, Josephina Nina, you. Thank you for the TikTok balloons. Hillary with the heartbeat. All right, we are in a narrow state on AMD. How'd you like that one, Josephina? Did you like that one? That was a good one, huh? What are we doing here? Alert on AMD. We are narrow. We are in position 2 to the upside here on AMD. Yes. Let's mark out our major support and resistance. We have this marked out already, so we don't have to worry about that. AMD, how did we do in the market yesterday? Was it a green day, a red day? How did we do win the market yesterday? You're narrow. First stop here is 160.38 and 162 on AMD, all right? Narrow, okay? Watch that 200. Anything you try to take at the open with a 200 that is like this, folks, look, up or down, it's going to be choppy for the most part, okay? So you got to remember here, we got our 50% retracement level to the upside right here. 50% here is right around 159. 159, mark that down for a pullback on this. I see a pullback today, okay? I see a pullback. 73% green. Well, that means you had some good risk management, Michelle Burns, and I like that. Brady, welcome aboard. Shabazz with the rose. Nvidia to the moon. See how Nvidia needed the pullback, everybody? Look. Pullback. Woo! Pull back. Ho, ho. Nvidia to the upside. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on Nvidia. Yes. We are in position 2 to the upside in this neutral state. We coming back. Yes. Oh, yes, we are. Let's see what we got here on the vids. Oh, come back to Papa. Oh, come back to Papa. Nvidia right now, you are in position 2 in a neutral state. You got room up to 173.50 and then 174 area up here. All right, you're coming back on this. We know that that's our retracement level right there. Right around 172, 171 area. You can look for that pullback. If you get under this 50% with a retest, you're coming back through the whip zone here on Nvidia. All right, also, you got to wait for your 20 and 200 to catch up. It's going to take a little while for that to happen. Let's go, let's go. The cues for my Kaya, yo. Kaya, Kaya, baya, baya. All right, let's see what we got. Who we got? Zen Method with the TikTok. Yes, balloons. Yes, yes, yes. Zen with the heart me. JL Haba. Thank you for the heart me, my friend. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, we do. How we doing over there on the tubes? How we doing over there on the tubes? All right, Qs, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 up here on them Qs, all right? We're going to mark out our double top up here, all right? And then right here around 565.62, we have a pivot. We're going to mark this out, and now let's give it to you. All right, here we go on the Qs. We're neutral. We're in position 2. We're starting to get up there. Once you get up here around 565.50, and 566, you're going to be in position 3. All right, so then you're going to look for a move back down to 564.50 possibly. This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. 564.50 and then 563.83. All right, coming back down, what was once resistance right here, everybody, is now support. This is now support, okay? So keep that in mind. Your resistance up here, if you go through, is now support. But currently, it is a resistance to the upside. So mark those levels down, everybody. Johnny, welcome aboard. Shelly Galvin with the roses. XRP, let's take a look. XRP, you are in that neutral state. You don't want to look anywhere to the upside right now. Want me to tell you why? Because this 20 right here, daddy is going to come back to a granddaddy. All right? So right now, you are going to be choppy on XRP. You want to get back over 318.25 once you get back into a narrow state. Right now, you ain't going to do duty on XRP. Duty. IWM. All right, IWM to the moon. Let's see what we got here. I'm telling you, you can only trade IWM, folks, when you are in an A+ setup. Get down a limb. Oh, Libby. Katana Lim is in the house, everybody. Everyone say hello to our Katana Lim. That's a top 10 name right there, Katana Lim. Told my wife, if we ever have any more kids, I'm going to name, and if it's a girl, we're naming her Katana Lim Voss. What do you think about that, Katana? Katana Lim Voss, yo! Hadrian with the popular, the heart means Siddaka. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Arjun with the rose. Thank you, Arjun. All right, IWM. Above 226, you have room up to 226.70, 227 area here on IWM, okay? You got to get over that whip zone. Under 225.50 here on IWM, under the whip zone, you have room back down to 224. You're in a bullish neutral state, so you got to be careful, okay? Hello, C++. C++. Are you a computer person, C++? MU. MU, sound the alarms, everybody. Why? I'm going to tell you why right now. You ready? Alert, alert. We are in a narrow state here on MU. We are in position 2 to the upside here on MU. I want what he's having. Seeker, I am just a happy man. I get to be with all you beautiful people every day. I get to trade. I get to hang out. I get to play golf. I get to help people, because that, in the end, is what I want to do. I want you all to be good at this. We are in a narrow state on MU. We are in position 2 to the upside here on MU. You're starting to get up here in position 3 area, okay? So we know we're going to get a pullback on this. Yeah, I mean, you got room up to 111. Mark that down, 111. Coming back down here on MU, first stop will be 110.35. Mark that down. And then 110, a whole number on MU. Folks, we got to look for the pullback here. Good for you, C+. Good for you, my friend. Narrow state meaning consolidating? No, Nicole Marie. That is the state of your stock when we say narrow state. JL Hammer with the music, the chili, the finger hearts. Yes. Arjun, thank you for those roses. Yes, that's why we're here, folks. I don't need to be here. I could just go on and trade every day amongst myself like I used to do. And my wife talked me into this, by the way, everybody. She talked me into doing this. I could just go back to what I was doing. Right? I could just go back to what I'm doing. All right, where are we at here on Tesla? Whoa, we got a big gap down. We are in a narrow state here on Tesla. This is an easy one. Look at that gap down. Woof! Look at that thing. You are in position 3 in a narrow state. You got room back up to around 322 here, all right? You're not going to short this anymore. Don't short this thing. Because look at the gap down. So what would a novice trader think right now? Whoa, we're bleeding out. We're bleeding out. No, you're not bleeding out. You're just in position 3. You're going to retrace back up, okay? We're not shorting this anymore. You're not shorting this anymore. Everyone, put in the chat right now. Are we shorting this anymore? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Are we shorting this thing called Tesla? No. No. We're not. Okay? We are not shorting this anymore to the downside. We are looking for the retracement back up to your 50% retracement level. 320. Then you could look for another short. But right now, it's not going to work here on Tesla, okay? Narrow state on Tesla. Alert. Alert. Bobby Love. You'll learn all of that in the VIP, my friend. Link is in the bio. Netflix. Folks, you got to learn how to trade, okay? Right now, most traders, all they do every day is guess. You're just guessing. You think you know what you're doing, but you don't. You don't know what you're doing. I promise you, you do not know what you're doing. And that's why you don't have green months. Right now, we are in a narrow state on Netflix. Logan McDonald. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Rayon, thank you. I appreciate you. Arjun with the finger heart. He is. We are in a narrow state in the whip zone on Netflix. You're right where you want her, to be honest with you. So let's see what we got here. I hope you all had an amazing day yesterday in the markets. Got to be patient, especially during the summer months, everybody. Okay? It's crucial. Just wait for your A+ setups to form. That's all you're doing. All right, here we go on Netflix. You're in a narrow state. Alert, alert here on above 1181.24. You have room up to 1199. Market. That's to the upside, okay? To the downside here, under 1173.68, you have room down to 1162 on Netflix. Very cut and dry. Big ATR on Netflix. Big ATR. Does anyone know what the ATR is? Put it in the chat. Who knows what ATR is? Thank you for all the follows. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Arbitrary. No. Average true range. Yes. How many of you know? First of all, how many of you know the average true range of the stocks that you're trading at all times? Yes or no? my follow. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, some say yes, some say no. Well, let me give you a little example, okay? This is a learning experience. Let's say Netflix here. Actually, let's do an AMD. AMD right now, you have a gap up here, right? You have a gap up at about almost $1 to the upside. We know the average true range on AMD is right around what, 3, 4 down? Okay, you're already up $1. So how much farther do you think you're going? $1, $2 for the average true range of this? Of course you're coming back on a gap up like that. If AMD gaps up $3 and the average true range is $3, where the hell do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? You're going to go back down because you hit your average true range. Oh, yeah, AC/DC. Bum, 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 bum. We going down, baby. The Qs. All right, right now on the Qs, we are in a neutral state. We are in position 2. You got room up to 565, 62, and 566 here on the Qs. All right. Coming back down, you got to get under 564.52 with a retest for a move back down to 563.81. Under 563.81 with a retest, you're coming back down to 562 whole number. AMD, Vivek Ramani says, is forming a cup and handle. Cup and handle. Are you ready for it, everybody? Here's my cup. I'm missing my handle. Got this guy looking for cup and handles over here. Go into your kitchen. You're going to find plenty of them. Trading cup and handles, everybody. You believe this? Oh, we got a lot of work to do, everybody. We got a lot of work to do. Right now, Uber, we are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone currently on Uber. Can you imagine trading price action and you're looking for cup and handles and inverted head and shoulders? Oh, brother. All right, Uber, you want to get over 91.30. 91.30, and you have room up to $93 on Uber. Over 91.30, you have room up to $93. Under 89.87, you have room down to 88.26 here on Uber. Bump, 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 bump. 2 more balloons on the board. We're going to hit some roses, everybody. Google. Right now on the Googers, we are in a neutral state, everybody, here on the Googaroonies. We are in position 3. Oh, yeah. Google's on watch for a possible short here at the open. Look at this thing. We way up there. Whoop. All right, 50%. Whoop. Right around 195, okay? 195 in this neutral state. You're coming back, baby, on Google. I'm going to put this on watch. Google is on watch for a pull back, everybody. Voss keeps it simple. Yes, that's how we train you in the VIP. Trading is simple, but it's not easy. And the reason it's not easy is because we make it harder than it is because we are stuck up here between the ears. Okay? We're looking for cup and handles. We are looking for nonsense. No, you are trading price action. Doesn't matter the instrument or the market you trade. The price action doesn't change. Meg Cherry with the rose. My Vinny is. Thank you, everybody. GameStop. Thank you for all the follows. Hood. Folks, won't you start learning the basics of trading? The basics here. We're not even talking about the nuts and bolts that we teach in the VIP. We start with the basics first with you, and then we ease you in to the more intense stuff. Folks, you gotta learn, okay? You gotta learn. It's that simple. Right now, we are in a narrow state on Hood. Alert. Alert. We are in a narrow state on Hood. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Hood. Be careful. You got your 5-minute 200 there right at 103. 103. And then 103.83, 104, you got your 15-minute 200. So that's safe to say. And then you got your hourly 20 right here. We got a lot of resistance to the upside here on the Hood of Robin, okay? So you have to be careful here. You are in position 2 already, in a narrow state. Right here, you got a 200 at 103 and another 200 there at 103.50. Major resistance on Robinhood. Under 101.60, you have room back down to $99. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Emmy Cheeto, what's up, my Emmy? Shelly Stringer, thank you, my Shelly. Measy, yes. Yes. XRP. Oh, we coming back? Oh, yes. Oh, we coming back? Oh, okay, yes. That 20 has to catch up to that 200. We're not going to go look long until that happens, okay? Above 318.25. Or get under 306.65 for a move back down. But you ain't doing duty with XRP right now in this state. Why? Why? Because if you try to do anything long, this is what's going to happen. You ready? Are you ready, everybody? Tell me you're ready. Are we ready? I got to find it. There it is. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's what's going to happen. What else are we looking at? Put them on the board. Hadrian! Yes, with the balloons. Thank you, my brother. MSTR. Folks, you're on here every day with me, right? For the most part, you are on here every day with me. When I tell you the state position of everything and I tell you what I think for doing this so long is going to happen, pretty much at a time it happens. Are there times we're wrong? Of course. It's trading, but the majority of the time, I think I got it pretty much on the money. Don't you? All right, right now, we are in a narrow state here on MSTR. Alerts, alerts. Above 413.35 up. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. You must trade at your own risk. Under 408.48 to the downside here on MSTR. We're going to put in our major support and resistance. Resistance. You all wish you were this happy every day, don't you? Above 413.35, we got room up to 421. 421. You know what sound effect I haven't used in a while? I'm going to use it here in a second. Under 408.48, we have room down to 403 here on MSTR. Adam! Thank you, my Adam. Yes. Who's that? Hadrian with the balloons. Let's go. All right, I'm going to use my other sound effect here real quick, and then we'll get back to these charts, okay? I have a question for all of you. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, on YouTube, the sound effect we just used was to get to the other side. That's why he crossed the road. Do we like that, everybody? No? Maybe? Is that a good one? Was that a good one? Yes or no? Hello? Anybody out there? Jesus. Guys got to wake up. Whoa, Amazon, we are in a narrow state. Alert, alerts. We are in position 2 to the upside here on Amazon. Yes. All right, let's get some major support and a resistance. So yesterday I had to go to the dermatologist and get a cyst cut off my neck here. You can see this. So I let my wife see the wound today, and she was like, oh, my God. You can live in that thing. You can, like, jump in and live in that thing. So anyway, while the dermatologist was doing it, I was sitting there cracking jokes, and he's going, "Are you always like this?" I said, "I am." He goes, "I'm about to cut this thing off of you, and you don't have a care in the world." No, I mean, what could possibly go wrong here? I said, "I accomplished everything I did in life." I mean, if your hand slips, I mean, what am I going to do? What else am I going to do? Right? I'm in your hands now, buddy boy. All right, here we go. Amazon, narrow. You got room up to 230. Yes, 230 here on Amazon. You want to get back under 227.85, and you have room back down to 226 here on Amazon. Now, what you want to also remember is you want to know your gap up currently, okay? So coming back to your 50% is around 228.50. Mark that down, 228.50. Accept Sutton, let's go. Yes, the VIP is open. You were going to head over to thevosstrading.com or click the link in my TikTok or YouTube bio. We'll get you into the VIP. We have live VIP training tonight by me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to teach you how to trade properly, folks. Doesn't matter what you trade. It doesn't matter what country you're from. Anyone can join the VIP. Whoa, we achieved the balloons. All right, we're going to hit those roses. Are we ready? It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. SMCI. We are in a narrow state on SMCI. Alert. Alert. Whoops. On SMCI, we are in position 1 here on SMCI. What you want to be careful here, Kev, is this. Look at this thing. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example here in a second. All right? We are in position 1 to the upside here on SMCI. Let's get our major support and resistance in place for you. Where do we go? Where do we go? Now, you got a triple top up there as well, all right? So be careful with that. All right, SMCI, you got room up to $53 here. $53. Watch this 200. Watch it, okay? Back under 51.55, you have room back down to 50.50. 50.50. How about that here? Get you 50.50s here on SMCI. Now, let me show you guys something. I'm going to take these off for a second, okay? Where do we go now? What do I always tell you about this 200 when it looks like this from yesterday? What did I specifically tell everybody? What was going to happen on MU? Anybody know? Does anybody remember what I told you about that 200 yesterday? Go to the YouTube recording from yesterday, and it'll remind you, okay? It was going to be what? Choppy. Choppy. Chop, chop, chop. Look at that thing. It looks like somebody's heart rate. Look at that. Woo, 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 woo. Chopper-Rudy. Look at that thing. Holy hell. So that's why you got to watch those 200s. I really won't trade anything that has a 200 that looks like that for the day. No, you can't. How are you? That's choppy. That means chop. It's screaming choppy on MU, okay? Yes, that's consolidation. Yep. Oh, we got a restriction for directing people off the platform. For directing people off the platform now. The Voss water. Yes. Isn't that amazing? Agni with the popular. Thank you, my Agni. We got to see if we won the appeal, everybody. We got to see if we won the appeal. Stand by. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone's getting fed up with TikTok, folks. All the streamers. Yes. We're going to do a reset. We'll be right back, okay? We got to do a reset. YouTube, stay right there. We're still here, YouTube. We are with Voss. Where you go, we go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Luli. All right, what do you guys want to look at on the tubes? We got to wait a minute. We got to wait this out. Put it in the chat. What are we looking at? We're going to head over to Miss Market here on the tubes. Currently, we are in a neutral state, position 1 to the upside, folks. Nothing to the upside I'm looking at on SPY. Nothing at all. Zero, zilch, nada. Okay? You were looking to get back under 634 with a retest back down to 633. Okay? Yeah, because of the restriction. All right, here we go. Going back on TikTok. OKLO. Let's see what we got on OKLO. OKLO, we are in a narrow state, everybody. We are narrow on OKLO. Alert. Alert. Restricted. Appeal not approved. Okay, let's see what we got. That was from before. We got room here on OKLO. We're going to mark out our major supply and demand zones. Let's do it. You got room up to 68.25 here on OKLO. 68.25 and then 70.13 on OKLO. Under 66.40, you have room back down to $64. Yes, we're back on TikTok. Hakeem, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? Mark those down. OKLO. The only problem you have here, I don't know what your name is over there. Look at that 200. All right, so you're going to be choppy. Look at that 200. You will be choppy on this for sure, okay, until that 200 flattens out. Adorable dad, Zen. Adorable, yes. Thank you, adorable. I appreciate you. I no one here. Zen with the rose. Zen, thank you. Go, 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 everybody. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you. Yes, to get into that thing is right there. Okay? That's where you go. XLF. XLF. Let's go, babies. Right now, we are in a neutral state on XLF. We're in the whip zone. You're not looking anything up here, everybody, because look at this state you're in. You're coming back. You have to. You have to come back and chop around. There's two ways we get our state of our stock back to normal. You know what those two ways are? Number one, price action. Price action will get you back when it comes back viciously, okay? Like it's going to come back to the downside, all right? That's one way. The other way is time. So if it's not price action, it's time. So you don't want it to be time ever, because that means you just chop around like MU did until you get back into that narrow state. So you want price action to bring you back into that narrow state, because that's what you trade, that volatility back. When Miss Market decides, nope, it's going to be time, you're going to be choppy. So you'll know that pretty much in the first 5 to 10 minutes what you're going to get out of it, okay? Does everybody understand that in here? Does everybody? Price action and time. In the first 10 minutes of the open, you'll know if it's going to be time that gets you back. That means you're going to be choppy, or if it's going to be price action, because you get that violence to the downside on a candle, okay? Keith Decatur, how are you, my friend? How are you, Wendy? Yes. Look at all those beautiful YouTubers out there. Yes. Mark Mesa, only Dan. Thank you all so much. Apple. Listen, folks, I don't make the rules, you know. It is what it is. It'll probably be gone soon anyway, and then we'll be on the tubes fully. All right, on Apple, above 214.65, you have room up to 216 and 216.23 on Apple, okay? Under 213.56, you have room down to 213 and 212 on Apple. You guys who that like golf, you heard what Scotty Scheffler said about his golfing career. It's the same thing with me with my streaming and helping everybody. The day that it doesn't become fun anymore is just I'll go back to just being a trader. That's it. Shelly Stringer with the rose. Love Sacrifice with the rose. Yes. Thank you. AMD. Right now, we are in a narrow state on AMD. Narrow states on AMD. We got room up to 160.38 here on AMD and 162 on AMD. Under 157.78, we have room down to 156.34 and 153. Yes, let's go. Congratulations on the tubes. We are completing our last on YouTube. We achieved our last. We're almost there. We're like a day or two away. Partner program. There's 2 phases. We're almost at the last one, everybody. Thank you all, everybody on here, and congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. QSI. No, the penny stock. The old penny stock. Oh, boy. We're in a neutral state here on QSI. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to show you something about this, okay? Give me 1 second. Fighting for pennies. It's the final countdown. All right, penny stocks, here we go. We're in a neutral state, so you do not have that power to the upside. You got your gap up, but you're in a neutral state. You are not in a narrow state. You have room up to $2 and then $2.05 here, okay? So don't be surprised if you get this. Whoop! This is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You're welcome, Keith. Be careful with those penny stocks, Keith, okay? Remember, our VIP is open. You know where to go to get it. In the chat, you tell them where to go for that VIP. Adam Sadaka, yes. Where are you going to go? You're going to go right there. The VIP is the place to be. That's right, baby. We will teach you how to trade. I don't know why you all waste so much time. You all wind up in there anyway. But why did you start learning how to trade, for the love of God? I wish I did it sooner. I really do. I wish I had done it sooner. We are on shop, a neutral state here. You are in position 1 to the upside on a shop. Yes. Let's mark this out. Let me check the higher time frames. Good. Got a 20 there. Got an 8 there. All right, here on shop, you got room up to 124, everybody. 124 on a shop to the upside. Coming back under, you want to get under 121 hold number for a move back down to 120.47. Don't try to short into this, all right? You're not going to go far. Thank you, Keith. I'm glad to have you here, baby. I'm glad to have you here. Chris, welcome to the family. Mighty with the rose. Palo, what's up, Palo? Final countdown. Michael, welcome to the family. The Qs. The Qs. We are in a neutral state to the upside. You're in position 2. You're not going to go very far here because of the state of our stock. Great song right here, everybody. This is a beauty, but it's too slow for me. Let me do this right here. You got room up to 565. 62 here. But look at the state of your stock. You are neutral. So anything to the upside is not going to have that power, okay? You need a pullback first, folks. You need a pullback on the Qs, all right? Under 564.52 with a retest, you have room back down to 563.81. Emmy, what did I eat today? I've been like this all my life, Emmy. Marilia, hello. I just love truly helping people. I know how bad this was for me for the first 10 years of trading. It put me in a very bad place, a very, very bad place. But I love trading, and I refused to give up. And I said, I came this far. I went through all this heartache. Why am I going to give up now? Then it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. That's the way I looked at it. That doesn't mean that has to be the way you look at it. But when I start something, I got to finish it. I got to see it through. That's just who I am, okay? Thank you, everybody. Meg Cherry, thank you. Palo, yes, we got a lot of roses on the board. UNH, let's see what we got. Whoops, UNH. Because I always said to myself, there's a reason why I started this. And I had to dig deep. There was a lot of times I forgot my why I wanted to do this. And I had to dig deep and find it out. And I did. And I stuck with it. And you also must have multiple streams of income, folks. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket. That would be foolish, all right? So here we are, UNH. You are in a neutral state to the upside. So here, folks, we have the novice gap to the downside. This is the novice gap. Right now, a lot of people see UNH and they see gap to the downside. It's bleeding out. No, it ain't. It's going to come back up and be choppy here. You are in a bullish neutral state. You are in a bearish position. This is choppy. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. Right here at 281, you have a major hole number you're going to chop off of back and forth. Anything to the downside on this, you can't do anything until this is closer to the 200. You're back to a narrow state. Anything to the upside on this, you're already in the neutral state to the upside. Where are you going? So the only thing this can do is chop around for a little bit until your state of your stock comes back to narrow. And that's how you know when a stock's going to be choppier. And we teach you all of that in the VIP extensively. Hector with the rose. Meg Cherry. Yes, with the lightning. Let's go. Miss Market. Mason. I like you, Miss Mason. Miss Market. Yes. All right, what do we know about Miss Market? You pull up this chart, and the first thing you say to yourself is what? Here's a learning experience for everybody. You look at this chart, Miss Market, what's the first? Immediately, what do you say to yourself? Come on, let me see if you guys know what you're talking about. You're not wide. I look at this and I say, I'm in a neutral state. I'm in the whip zone. And all-time highs is right there. I'm not going to take that long. That would be the most ridiculous thing in the world. I don't care if this thing was to run all the way to the moon. I'm not chasing it. I will not chase that to the upside because the probability tells me it's pulling back. I'll leave it alone until I see with clear assurance, Miss Market tells me, oh, yes, we are pulling back, Voss. We are pulling back. Then I'll look for shorts on it. If not, I'll go trade something else. That is why you need 6 to 9 of the same stocks you trade every day. You must become one with them. Those that go out there and trade things that come off scanners or you're just looking for the next best thing, that's why you're inconsistent. That's why you lose. And you are also a GAMBLING. That's all you were doing. That's why you're not consistently profitable. When you are a trader, you have to look at it as a box, okay? A little box. And you say to yourself, consistent profitability in this little box. The box is little because you have to keep it simple, period. More traders try to complicate it so much that it brings inconsistency. What else do you think it's going to bring to your life? That's all it's going to do. You're out here pulling from a scanner. You got a million indicators on your chart. You can't even see where the price action is because your chart's filled with all kind of bullshit. And you are trying to trade. Of course you're going to be inconsistent. You won't stand a chance. You got room on this market back down to 632.73, 632.38, and 632 whole number on this, okay? He says facts. That's what it is, guys. I've been doing this a long goddamn time, all right? I know what it takes to break through the barriers here. And I did all the same things that you all did or are doing. I did them all. I had indicators all over the place. I tried almost every one there is. The big ones, that is. You're just going to be inconsistent until you learn how to trade. And we're going to teach you how to do that. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. Tesla. Come on in the VIP. See if what we teach you helps. If it doesn't, we part ways. You say, all right, Voss, see ya. But you won't. If you put in the work, you won't. You're going to say, holy hell, this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. Well, yeah. Well, it took a long time to get to that point. We didn't do it overnight. Right now on Tesla, you have a lot of pain, too. You have a big gap down to position 3 there, everybody. Position 3 here on Tesla. 50% right here is around 320. Mark that level down, 320. Erin Patterson's Dehydrator. Would you sell all your shares? I don't know what you mean. Good song right here, everybody. Meta. All right, right now here on Meta, you got a lot of resistance above you. 717.40, 718.60, 719, and 620. So you look at Meta and you see this resistance. This is like a big box of resistance. Would I trade into all of that? In a neutral state, in position 2? No. I'm going to sit up here and wait for the short. I'm not going to go up there and trade because the short has a high probability than the long does into that resistance, correct? So what you're looking for here on Meta, this is your move to the upside. All right? You're looking for a move back down to 715. So what you're doing as a trader is you're looking for high probability setups. The high probability of a winner. That is what you're doing, okay? And you're doing it based on price action. Price action is king. Once you know the state of your stock, you know your position, you know market cycle, you have your support and resistance, now you can start looking for your setup plays, your breaker structure, your cycle out reversal, your A-plus setup off the heartbeat of the market. That is what you're doing. And you have to put patience into that because the market does not give you plays every 2 minutes, every minute. It gives you plays anywhere between every 5 to 15 minutes. What's up, hot hands? Stay blunted. What's up, man? Blackwater, welcome to the family. Luli, McCherry, we got some roses to hammer, everybody. Nvidia. Oh, let's check our XRP. See, we're still up here. So right now, you have 2 options here. Look, on XRP, what are your 2 options? That is your neutral to wide state. Either price action is going to bring you down at the open fast or time. And if you have to worry about time, you're just going to chop around all over the place until your 200 catches up. You don't want that. Okay? Andre, is that how you say it? Andre. Thank you for the follow, Andre. Appreciate you, my friend. Jay Buddha, hello. Yes, the VIP is open, everybody. You know where to go. Right there. C. Marles, thank you, my C. Shelly Galvin, yes. Let's go, let's go. Soxel. All right, right here on Soxel. What state are we in? You are in a neutral state here on Soxel, okay? Anything above 25.80 up, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You must trade at your own risk. Under 25.50 to the downside, okay? Here on a Soxel. So now we're going to put in our major support and resistance levels, all right? Boom. Very good. We're good. Above 25.80, all right, you have room up to 26.30. Watch the whole number there at 26 here on Soxel. All right, remember, high probability. Under 25.47, you have room back down to 24.87 here on Soxel. What's the risk to reward, Ralph? You don't know that until you have your A+ setup in play. You can't calculate your risk to reward until your setup is there, okay? Coin, let's do it. Let's do it, my beauties. It's a long song, huh? Good one, though. All right, on coin, we are in a narrow state. Alert. Coin, you're in position 2 to the upside here. You got your 5-minute 200 right there, so just be careful with that. You also got your 15-minute 200 right there. So that means you have a lot of resistance. There's your 1 hour 200 here on coin. Be careful. Coin, you're in a narrow state. You're in position 2 already. And up here, we have a lot of 200s. Does everybody see that? That is a brick wall from 405 to 407 on a coin. Coming back down, if you reach up here, your 50% retracement level will be right where you're at now, around 401.60, 402 area here on coin. Under 402 with a retest, you're coming back down to 397.72. How many months to learn how to trade? Ralph, everyone's different. Usually in our VIP, I would say it's going to take you anywhere from 3 to 6 months, all right? Because you also have to trade, Ralph, in the simulator. Everyone should be trading in their simulators, everybody. And you must be green for 6 months straight consecutively with a minimum of 350 trades in those 6 months before you even ever think about putting real money on the line, because I'm sure a lot of you in here have blown up a lot of accounts. Am I right? Say yes in the chat if you're on YouTube or TikTok. Meg Cherry, thank you. Zreal with the what's up, thank you. Let's go, my babies. A lot of yeses in there. There's a lot of yeses in there, everybody. PLTR. Ralph. Okay, see? How did I know that, Ralph? Because I did it too, Ralph. Ralph, trust me. Been there, done that. All right, PLTR. You open this chart and you immediately say to yourself what? Neutral state in the whip zone. Am I going to go to the moon? No, you're not going to the moon, folks. You're not going to the moon. You're going to chop around here on PLTR, all right? There's no moon happening. The moon is gone for now. It was fun while it lasted. So on PLTR, above 155 whip zone, you have room up to 155.50. All right, but you're not going long on that, not in that state. Let's not be ridiculous. All right, you're already getting the pullback. You have room back down to 150, 156. Kez Edmond, you want a direct access routing broker, Kez. That's what you want to look for. Oracle's real with the let them cook. Yes. Can we finish those 1,000 roses? Do you think we can do it, everybody, as a team? Hey, 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 hey. Oracle. Thank you for the follows, Black Boy and Watts Hood. I love these names you all come up with. Right now here on Oracle, we are in a narrow state. Alerts, alerts. We are in the whip zone here on Oracle. Let's get our major support and resistance. Hey, hey. Football season is here. Training camp opened yesterday, everybody. Everybody excited? Of course, you know I'm a Giant fan, and I'm immediately going to say Super Bowl until we're 1-11. All right, 242.39. You got to get over, and then you have room up to 243.44, 243.50 here on Oracle, okay? You got to get back under the whip zone of 241, and you'll have room down to 240.80 and 240.35. Facial blaster. Yo, where is that blaster of facials? Zen, thank you, my Zen. Zen, yes, real. Meg Cherry, let's go, let's go. We are at over 100,000 likes from the previous live in this one. Baba, only Dan now. Only Dan. Let's not get crazy here, only Dan. All right? Just because you put a million things of symbols there doesn't mean we're going to do them all now. Baba, right now, currently, you are in a narrow state. We are in position 2 to the downside here on the Babaroonies. Dan, you have right here support. 121.30. You got a 200 right there, okay? So keep that in mind, only Dan. We're going to map out the rest of these for you right now. Okay, here we go on Baba. You are in position 2 to the downside. You're getting close to 3. You are in a narrow state. You got support right here under 121.30, 121 area, and then you can look for a possible move back to the upside here on Baba. Back over 122.65, you'll have room up to 124 on Baba. Hector, Zen, Shelly Galvin, Sue Felicia, Meg Cherry, JDM, DB, Zen, Luli, Hector, Meg, Palo, Mighty, Adam, Sadaka, Shelly Stringer. We got our Shellys all over the place. Love Sacrifice, Mark Meza, Adorable Dad, yes, and Zen, and everyone who gifted me. Josephina, Hillary, Powder, everyone who gifted over there. I had to do a reset, so I can't see it. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the gifts that you guys have given. I love you all. I do. I truly do love you all from the bottom of my heart. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. It's that simple. If you're good to me, if you are good to me, I'll give you a lot more than you give me, okay? Remember, the VIP is open. That is where it is. That is where you go for the VIP. We have VIP live training tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time in the VIP live training room. Jules, thank you so much. Zen, yes, thank you all so much. We'll be back on tomorrow. VIP, we'll see you tonight and in the VIP chat here shortly. I love you guys. Have a good day trading, okay? Be careful out there. Let's go.